Prophecies for Canada by Recognized Prophetic Ministries. Dr. Yonggi, 1984. Sackville, Nova Scotia. At a church growth seminar, Dr. Yonggi reiterated the earlier prophecy, and adding to it, 5 years ago, I visited Canada and traveled from Montreal to Vancouver by car. I was preaching from town to town, and while I was speaking, I felt somewhat depressed. The Canadian church seemed so small, but wherever I went, the Holy Spirit spoke in my heart that God was going to raise up tremendous churches in Canada, and that Canada would be used as a missionary sending country, and that Canada would open the way for Jesus Christ to return to this earth. I was afraid to confess that, but when I was praying, the Spirit of the Lord would impress my heart to say it. I was afraid because I already thought that America was far greater than Canada. If ever God would use a country, he would use America instead of Canada. But again and again, God spoke to my heart that he was going to use Canada. So finally in Toronto, I prophesied as the Holy Spirit anointed me. I really believe that God is going to bless Canada, and the Canadian church is going to rise up once again and go to the four corners of the world and bring the gospel of Jesus Christ to pave the way for his second coming. The magnitude of recent Canadian missionaries and church planting endeavors and the outpouring of the Spirit, which began at the airport vineyard and is touching every nation in the world, could represent the beginning of the fulfillment of Dr. Yonggi's prophecies. God is going to bless Canada, and the Canadian church is going to rise up once again to go to the four corners of the world.